Well, the Chicago Bulls hung in there for a little while, and things quickly went left for the Bulls after only scoring 18 points in the second quarter of this game. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another halftime hangout. This time, as the Bulls are taking on the OKC Thunder, they are down by 20 points, 59-39 at halftime. Now, this is a game where the Bulls were in there for about a quarter and a half. And then all of a sudden, the OKC Thunder went on a run that just completely separated themselves. Both teams were having turnovers, things like that, shooting the ball badly. But the OKC Thunder woke up. And the Bulls right now are shooting 29% from the field and 19% from three-point range. That's just not going to cut it, especially not against this OKC Thunder team. And so the Bulls just need to get much better. Now, the Thunder did not shoot the ball incredibly well throughout most of the first half, but they, as I said, they did turn it on in that second, that's about halfway through that second quarter. When you look at it in the first half of the game, the Thunder were shooting 37% in the first half. The Bulls shooting 27%, but the Thunder had scored 26 points, the Bulls 21. Then when you look at the second quarter of the game, that's when the OKC Thunder started waking up. 44% from the field, 33% shooting from three-point range, while the Bulls shot 31% from the field and 20% from three-point range. So right now, the bad shooting of the Bulls, it's ugly today. It's really ugly, and I want to give the OKC Thunder credit. The way they're playing is definitely a part of what happened with that. Listen, we said it in the pregame show. I said it in the pre-recorded episode earlier. You cannot turn the ball over like this against the OKC Thunder. They get out too quick. They thrive off deflections, things like that. And the Bulls with 15 turnovers to the OKC Thunder's 3 is going to kill them right now. In the Bulls' defense, the OKC Thunder only have 8 points off turnovers, which is crazy enough when you think about how many turnovers the Bulls have. So the Bulls this lead could easily be a 30-point lead if they converted better off turnovers. The OKC Thunder could have pushed the lead crazy. Both teams are shooting bad on the fast break. The Thunder are 3 for 10 in that case like that. And the Bulls are 6 of 14 in the paint, where the OKC Thunder is 16 of 30. So we are not stopping them from getting to the paint. We are not stopping them from getting easy buckets. And that's just what it comes down to. This is ugly right now. This is an ugly ass game. And the Bulls are looking like absolute dog shit. They've looked like dog shit overall throughout the game. It's just both teams were looking like dog shit. And then the OKC Thunder went from looking like dog shit to looking like, poop. It is what it is. But if the Bulls can come out in the second half and execute like we see them do before, but the OKC Thunder's defense is not going to make it easy on the Bulls. Like, this isn't just a case where it's just the Bulls playing badly. The OKC Thunder are forcing them into bad situations with their defense. And right now, we're seeing bad Kobe White again today. We're seeing bad Kobe White. And the streakiness continues. P. Will's 1 for 5. Kobe White's 1 for 5. Zach LaVine's 0 for 4 from the field and has 6 points, right? You got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. Nikola Vucevic right now is leading the Chicago Bulls in scoring with 12 points. He's 4 of 8 from the field and 2 of 2 from three-point range. If it wasn't for Nikola Vucevic playing well, the Bulls would be getting their ass kicked right now. Kobe and Zach need to wake up in the second half of this game. Josh Giddey and Nikola Vucevic have 20 of the Bulls' 39 points. 20 of the Bulls' 39 points are coming from Nikola Vucevic and Josh Giddey. And Lonzo's 0 for 3 from three-point range as well. I don't know what, Lonzo is really feeling himself today, because Lonzo's taking these shots, he's getting the ball and literally going right up and shooting threes. Now, more times than not, it's going to work out for him, right? But we got two field goals made off the bench. That's Jalen Smith has 1, he's 1 of 2, and Julian Phillips is 1 of 3. Other than that, the Bulls have not made any field goals off the bench either. Io's 0 for 4, Lonzo Ball's 0 for 3, Miles Bucilis didn't take a shot in his 3 minutes out there. It's ugly. This is an ugly game. And the Bulls are rightfully so getting their asses fucking kicked, man. It is what it is. The Bulls bench is 2 for 12 coming off of it. And the starting lineup isn't that much better. When you look at the starting lineup, the Chicago Bulls have made 10 field goals. Their starters have made 10 field goals. The Bulls made 12 shots in an entire half of basketball. We've made almost as many free throws as field goals. We're 10 for 15 on the free throw line. We're 12 or 41 in the field goal shooting percentage. That's not going to cut it, not against the OKC Thunder. It's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. This is, hey, we saw the best of what this offense could be. We've seen listen, this is worse than the game against the Pelicans. And that's what it's like when you're facing off against a team that's excellently and sound defensively, especially out on the perimeter. That's crazy. 10 total field goals made in your starting lineup. 10 total field goals is what the Bulls starting five has made. That's not good. That's not good. It's not good at all. Man. Hey, man. This is ugly. Bulls getting bent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, make a freaking shot. You listen, they gotta shoot better. If they shoot this may be one of the worst shooting games I've ever seen in my life. Like, how are you you got more turnovers than field goals made. You have more turnovers than shots made from the field. Fonzo says, bro, I'm tuning in from a restaurant on a double date, risking my relationship for the game. That's hilarious. Listen, not this game. This ain't the game that's worth risking your relationship, my boy. Like, do that when the Bulls are actually like, this ain't the game that's worth it, my boy. Dan, we missed a lot of easy shots. Yes, we did miss a lot of easy shots. This is horrible shooting night so far. Zach's body language looks horrible this game. A Javante or AC would be amazing right now. Hey, man. And at some point, and I may talk about this tomorrow on the daily episode, we got to start talking. Like, I've been giving him credit because he's been doing other things, but it may be time to start talking about Ayo Dosunmu's offense. It may be time talking about Ayo Dosunmu's offense. Ayo's, as much as people, and I'm one of those people, right? Let me not separate myself. I thought Ayo was a more well-rounded player than Josh Giddey, right? Because of how he played last year. But Ayo Dosunmu is right now shooting 20% from the field for the season. For the season. That's not good. He hasn't made a three this year. Man, listen, this is ugly. This is ugly basketball, what we're seeing right now. This is very ugly basketball. This is where we need DeMar DeRozan's handling the ball, calming the game down. These turnovers. I wouldn't even say we need DeMar handling the ball in this situation, but this is where DeMar DeRozan would be able, because he'd either be able to get a bucket or get to the free throw line and get the Bulls some easy offense. He'd at least be able to do that. Good news is the Bulls can't play. Listen, don't say that, because I've said that before, and the Bulls have come out and laid an absolute goose egg. Haize, I don't get why it is Nikola Vucevic has the matchup most nights, but he cannot get the damn ball. I mean, they got him the last 2 days. They've gotten the ball. They've gotten him the ball. Now, I will say this: I don't think he got the matchup. Not when Chet's out there on the court, but I get what. Listen, they do got to do a better job at identifying getting Vooch the ball. Haize and everyone, I got a cheap antenna at Walmart and got CHSN network for free. I might cancel stupid Comcast. Yeah, I mean, hey, do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. The jacket and the hat are clean. Thank you for this. Listen, I just recently got this hat, and it's not a hat that's going to go with everything because of the weird design. They got a bucket hat like this too. I may have to get the bucket hat. It just stood out to me. I love it. I got the black and white one too. So there you go. Refs made this game bad. Watch, they will call touchy shit in the second half, and Shea will love it. I mean, listen, you gotta play better than this though. Like, this is 10 total field goals from your starting lineup. That's not gonna cut it, man. That's not gonna cut it, man. How's Vooch the best shooter right now? That's crazy. That is crazy. This is the ugliest game ever. Oh no, bro. We've had games with Antonio Blakeney and Cristiano Felicio that were a lot uglier than this, but this game is this is doo-doo. This game is trash right now. I really would listen. I tell y'all what, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. If these are the type of games where if I didn't have a podcast, I would have went to sleep and been like, I'll just finish the game in the morning because they're pissing me off. Like that's literally what I would have done in the past, right? Now I'm not gonna do that because I want to finish this game, But like before I had the show, I would legitimately be like, oh yeah, they just gonna piss me off tonight. I'm going to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. It's much better to go to sleep early than to be pissed off, right? And that's what they're doing right now. They are pissing me the fuck off. Like not even slightly. I'm talking about they are absolutely pissing me off. The ball is wet. That's why. That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, you can never have your hopes up with these niggas, man. You're 100% right. 100% right, bro. I'm less worried about Io than I am about Kobe. Listen, Kobe's streaky. Like I don't worry about Kobe's streakiness because this is what Kobe White's going to do. Mark my words. On December 26, 2024, halftime against Chicago Bulls against the OKC Thunder. I'm telling y'all right now how this is going to go. Kobe White's going to be streaky this game. He's probably going to turn it on. Kobe White's going to go on a stretch during this game where he goes like 4-6, but it's still going to be an overall cold shooting night. But then we're going to see 3 games of great Kobe White. 3 games of great Kobe White, and then 2 to 3 of another streaky. Like, that's just what it is with Kobe. And I'm not worried about it, only because it's not that I'm happy with that, but I'm just saying he's going to do it. That's just what Kobe White, until he proves me otherwise, that's just what he's going to do. I ain't worried about Io. Io will snap out of it. Io always proven he's a dog. Well, see, that's the thing. You could be a dog and not in your like he was always a dog, but let's not act like he's always been a dog that can score. Like Io's gonna do things. He's even doing things in this game that are winning basketball. That's why I specifically said his offense. I'm not worried about Io DeSumo, the overall basketball player, but I am starting to be worried about Io's offense. That's what I'm only because last season was the only time we saw him play that way. Now he did it for the majority of the whole season, which is great, but it's not like we have like seasons of Io being this offensive dog. Like he's a dog in general. In general basketball terms, he's a dog. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna play. He's gonna always make some winning heads up plays. I'm just worried about his offense. That's the thing. I'm worried about his offense. Tim Floyd, nah, it's way too early to say something like that, bro. Way too early to say something like that. Preseason was a trap. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Where are all the Lonzo Ball stands, Chris Duarte stands, THT stands? Hey, listen, THT and Chris Duarte truthers are the worst, bro. That's crazy. That's wild. If the Bulls struggle to score, they will be blown out. Their defense is trash. Yeah, I mean, and the defense was solid yesterday, but like generally, yeah. Haize, we haven't won shit since Jordan retired. I'm so pissed off. None of the bullshit would have happened if Lonzo didn't get hurt 3. They wouldn't have won shit then anyway. That you can't just assume they would have won shit. Like people overblow the Bulls being number 1 in the East during that time period. We were number 1 in the East, but we were like 1-9 against the top teams in the NBA. Right? We had basically thrived off bottom figures due at a weak part of the schedule in the time where all teams were going through COVID stuff. We had a point differential at that time of a less than 40 win team. Our defense, it was cool. Like, so let's not overblow that. Like, yes, there's the theoretical that if Lonzo would have never went down, the Bulls would have been able to focus on shoring up that team. But people kind of really overstate how good that Bulls team was just because we were number 1 team in the East. They wouldn't have stayed number 1 team in the East. They probably would have dropped to about 6. The Bulls shouldn't put in Dalen for energy. Should put Dalen in for energy. Listen, you need more than just energy in this game, though. You need execution. But, hey, man. Hey, this is crazy. Billy's not showing his coaching ability right now like JJ Redick can. Listen, JJ been coaching, bro. JJ Redick been coaching. He been coaching over there in LA. Got to give him credit for that. He been coaching. Hey, sad part is the fact that OKC is not doing anything special. Only 2 of their players should be. No, they're doing something special defensively. Like, I don't know if you're watching the game, Shay, but if you're watching this, you can't say they're not doing anything special. They are playing some hellified defense, and their length is completely disrupting the Bulls. We're number 1 team in the East because we're beating bad teams. It's like being a pro boxer, flexing the fact that you're undefeated, but all your opponents were disabled orphans is wild. Our guys would need to go off during the game. OKC's assets can be used to climb the draft in 2025. They have the right to swap rights with the Clippers in 2025. That's going to be interesting. We got the pettiest man alive. P Kids in the building says we getting spanked. Oh yeah, we're 12 total field goals made in the half. It's crazy. But the game's back on. I'll be back post game show. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Reg. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's go ahead and play this outro. I'll see you guys after the game.
Of the Break Media.